So here's a brief rundown of public access TV on Patriot 8. These shows are mostly on during the morning or afternoon. This was the end of seniority. You know, it's a kind of a Pollyanna perspective on aging. You know, it's talk to some retired people and see what they're doing with their lives, and copyright 2004. Hope the show wasn't that old, but who knows. And so then we got the Patriot 8 logo, and so this is a show called Hometown Tales, and it's basically a show about spooky trivia and tripe about small town life, little ghost stories and whatnot. Some people like that stuff. Interesting. History is kind of boring, and history that isn't really history is even a little more boring, I think. They give you a warning here not to trespass, which is nice of them. Maybe we'll put the sound on. It's got some music and such.
It's all part of what makes you. That also goes for the ghost stories.
Yeah, ghost stories. You see a little dead crow in the fence. Yeah, very interesting stuff. I just recorded segments, so some of these are longer than they need to be to introduce the show, but so we'll wait, and eventually the beginning of the show will end. It's kind of a long beginning. Yeah, we got it. Hometown Tales. 4-minute introduction to a half-hour show. Yep. So this is a show, miles of music, and it was like miles down dirt roads and dead ends. I mean, you won't find any popular music interstates here. It's all this obscure stuff. I mean, one show I saw the guys just like playing some kind of African crap. It was obtuse, I guess is the word I would use. It seems like a lot of these shows are basically, I think, contrivances. They're trying to create a public access show where they're basically, though, trying to promote obscure artists or whatever. And so even though it's a non-commercial program, it seems to me it's pretty clear they're selling tapes and CDs and commercial websites, and I guess that's okay, but they do play guitars and things, and talk, and if you're really into obscure music, that's the show. This show is called Health Check. It's just standard public access kind of health show. Let's talk to some doctors about health care, like doctors know something about something. It's kind of spooky in the sense that it doesn't instill confidence. I mean, the more doctors open their mouths, the more they lose credibility, in my opinion. It just kind of scares me to think of these guys doing brain surgery, but whatever. Some useful information, no doubt. But a lot of boring, let's talk what's important to doctors talk. It's not necessarily what's important to patients. So they're still talking here. Like I said, didn't just grab these clips, and so obviously some of them are a little longer than probably was necessary. And so we're getting more of this than we need, and so we'll wait. There we go. Their new show now. This is Patriot Panache, the cooking, the Patriot Media's cooking show. So they apparently, I don't know whether they hire this guy or whether he's just promoting his own restaurant, but he's a little bit funny. He's just he's no galloping gourmet. So he's going to do beverages on this show, and he gets to be kind of funny, because he's always talking about your melons and your meat and your, it's, Beavis and Butthead would have fun with this guy. And you know, so now he goes into a little thing about, well, these are your different kinds of melons, and you know, how to treat your melons, and how to play with your melons, and all the things you need to do with your melons, and to check your melons to make sure your melons are fresh, and you know, but you know, hey, it's a cooking show, whatever. You know, at least he isn't bamming. I never heard him go bam once. No bam, no spitting on the food. So, you know, we'll give him 10 points right there. You know, it looks like he took a bath. You know, it's good. Better than some other cooking shows I have seen. And so what do we got here? This is, oh, Focus on Morris County. So this is the public access program, you know, or an access program created by your county freeholders, freeloaders, whatever, you know, to inform you about all the interesting activities they're up to. You know, it's just shameless, you know, government at its worst, so to speak, in the sense that it's just, you know, a paid commercial for the government, the county government. You know, really, yeah, it's not a good thing. I mean, but you know, now we have this show to watch that show and make sure they don't say things that are absolutely crazy, and we'll be doing that. And yeah, here's Mr. Charisma, the host, and you know, I don't know what this show costs the freeloaders or the